Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I know that it has been a busy weekend for a lot of folks getting back into the swing of work. Today was the first alert weather day. We had some storms, some showers and rain that moved through this morning. Things have trended a little bit drier this afternoon, and we're still watching for a few isolated showers later on this evening. I'm not expecting that to be a major production, but it's something that we'll be watching, especially for folks that are working third shift, maybe heading out 10, 11 o'clock tonight. Some of those showers are going to start to build into the area, so we wanted to give you the heads up on that. But our first alert weather day will get started again heading into tomorrow. Watching for some rain. I think it's going to be more isolated and light in the morning, probably a drizzly type of day. But we're watching for a line of showers and storms that's going to build into the area tomorrow evening. That's going to have the potential to be on the stronger side. So reasons for you to at least be weather aware tomorrow afternoon and evening. And then another round of rain and thunderstorms prompting a first alert weather day on Friday. In between that, the weather's going to improve a little bit and we'll have some sunshine on Thursday. Not quite clear outside right now. We're still dealing with lots of cloud cover. Showers have been hanging out across portions of southern Georgia. I'm keeping the rain chances low for the next couple of hours, but as we get closer to 10, 11 o'clock, that's where the showers are going to become more scattered, especially on the east side of our area. So about a 30 to 40% chance of rain through the overnight hours, and then we'll trend a little bit drier as we get started on Tuesday morning. But we'll keep the first alert weather day going because there will be some spotty showers. It's going to be drizzly. We had a buku of accidents this morning with light rain. So heads up getting out of the door. Still going to be some slick spots out there. So you just want to exercise caution out on the roadways. As we push into the afternoon, we're actually expecting to get some breaks in the clouds. That should warm up things a little bit. Temperatures are going to get into the upper 60s, low 70s. We're going to keep about a 20% chance of a shower in the afternoon, but really watching the evening because that's where that next line of storms will start to arrive. At 5 p.m., those storms are off to the west. Eventually, those scattered showers and storms will slide through our area tomorrow evening. So me and meteorologist Fred Campagna will be tracking those showers and storms live for you roughly 9, 10, and unfortunately 11 o'clock tomorrow evening. Could see some gusty winds embedded in some of the stronger storms that will gradually start to push out of our area as we head into the early morning hours. There is a level 1 out of 5 risk for strong to severe storms, specifically with the afternoon and evening round. Damaging wind gusts and large hail will be the primary concerns here, but with thunderstorms, you know you're going to have some heavy downpours, so that's going to be a given. Expecting things to gradually start to improve as we head into Wednesday. Some spotty showers around Wednesday. I don't think it's going to be overwhelming. This is just going to be some residual moisture that's around. Temperatures still recovering into the mid to upper 70s. And then we're going to segue into Thursday, which is looking to be the driest day of the 7-day forecast, specifically for the week. We'll get a lot of sunshine, a few clouds build in late day. Temperatures are going to rebound back into the low to mid 80s. So I actually think that your Thursday forecast is looking amazing, but more scattered rain and thunderstorms as another short wave pulses through our area Friday afternoon into the evening. That's going to make things a bit messy. All in all, this forecast isn't terrible. It's just a little bit gloomy. We're going to keep rain chances around for the bulk of it. Thursday is going to be your good day to get out and about. Even looking ahead to the weekend, it's not the worst forecast. There's a lot of model disagreement between how it handles the system that moves through our area Friday. There's 2 scenarios that could unfold. Both of those scenarios would involve at least some showers around on Saturday. But right now, models look like we'll trend drier on Sunday. So for now, we're going with a 30% chance of rain Saturday, a drier Sunday, but a spotty sprinkle not out of the question. And then we'll get sunshine building back into the area as we head into next Monday with temperatures that will eventually rebound. We should be in the mid 80s right now, not quite there the next couple of days. We'll get closer to it on Thursday, and then we're just going to be a little bit cooler heading into the weekend. So I want to bring in my friend and colleague. You know, it's a party around here. It's Monday
Of course,
night.
we're coming off the heels of Mother's Day,
Yes.
preparing for Memorial Day weekend. Did you have a good Mother's Day?
I did. You know, Mother's Day is something that I'm still getting used to.
Yes, it's not always happy.
It's not.
For everyone. I think you and I are in the same boat.
Yeah.
We both lost our mothers.
We probably did the same thing on. I have to stay off of social media the whole Mother's Day. I can't get back on until the day after, just because.
And I can see your
I get
eyes
sad.
welling up now. I
Yeah,
see that.
I get sad,
But this is the thing. This is why Atlanta loves you, Patrick.
Yeah.
You're authentic. You are very transparent.
Yeah.
And I think sharing that part of you, a lot of people can relate to. I lost my mother too. It's a tough holiday. I'm getting better with time. And fortunately I have 3 children of my own.
Yeah.
So I'm able to sort of look ahead and go, I got to pour into them the same way that my mother did to me. But hugs to you.
Yeah, same to you. Because I mean, and I know, I hope you don't mind me sharing, but I know you also just lost your father.
I
so
did.
Just losing your father a couple of weeks ago, and then like having to deal with it. I get it. So
I've been quite the moody one.
yeah, actually, you have
but it's
not.
a journey. It's a journey.
You've been reacting like anybody else would, so I get it. So.
But it is a journey. But I'm glad to be here. This is Monday, May 13th, and some of the headlines that we're covering tonight are kind of like the weather. Kind of gloomy, but these are stories that matter. There are some people that have unfortunately lost their lives in Atlanta, and we don't want them to just be a statistic. That's why we deep dive, we find out what happened, and try to share the story and the impact.
Put you on camera.
Well, that's probably good because the microphone. I'm still learning how to use this.
Yeah.
Maybe I could go more like this. Is that better?
It's better.
Because you didn't even correct me this time.
We
Patrick is like my little brother, by the way.
He
Just gets real snarky, and then he gets nice, and I'm like, what does he want? What do you need? But the weather, I'm just glad that we got some rain, because after the rain comes the flowers.
Oh, absolutely.
And the mosquitoes. Are the cicadas?
The
big cicada invasion. We're days away from this.
Listen, I'm getting these once in the 17-year situations that just keep popping up every year. It's the 13-year breed, the 16-year breed.
How
the
big is it
18-year
going to be?
breed.
Is this sort of hyperbole? What's the word I'm looking for?
Hyperbole?
Hyperbole. Is this hyperbole? Is this like biblical proportions, or am I going to see just a couple of cicadas? Because you see them every year.
What I will say is this: I am happy to report that cicadas have absolutely nothing to do with weather. So I have no idea how long they're going to.
Would the radar pick them up if they're
they're flying?
If
a bunch of them are
it's
flying?
that big, the way that they're saying?
No.
Some experts are saying we're going to see the biggest invasions of cicadas
That's
that
what
we've
they
ever
say.
seen in our lifetime.
I feel like they say that every year.
They do.
I feel like they say that every year.
Are you a bit of a pessimist? You don't think it's going to happen?
No, I believe that they're out now. They said that the bloom was going to happen before Mother's Day, the biggest.
I hope they eat some of the pollen.
That was yesterday.
Because I would like to breathe freely again.
The pollen, unless the grass has been a little whatever. The trees have come down. Trees have been my issue.
I'm year round.
The
So
grass
if it's
and
not
stuff is
mold,
a mess now.
if it's not mold, it's pollen. If it's not pollen, it's the trees. And if it's not the summer trees, it's the winter trees. Because there's pollen year round. I've been tested.
Yeah.
I blew up like a balloon.
Yeah, I don't play with the pollen. Before I switch over back to the camera, Pinky Five just responded. Pinky Five said that they understand. They also lost their mom years ago, and it's still a little tough. So
It is.
it's a lot of folks out there that are like us. Y'all probably do what we do. I turn off social media because as much as I love, and I love seeing people happy and stuff like that, I don't want to
reminds
see
you-
people, I don't want to see people hugging up on their moms, and I can't hug mine. You
I
know.
know, I
But
know.
I did go to a Mother's Day party that was this weekend.
You
That
did?
was a whole bunch of other mothers and some friends and stuff like that.
Are these mothers that you knew, or
No, these were not
complete
mothers.
strangers?
These were like my friends' moms. So some of them I had met before, but like I don't know them.
You know what I think is beautiful, and I
Yeah.
think there is a lesson for all of us who are watching today. That one of the biggest ways that I found that was therapeutic for me is that when I have lost someone that I love or have gone through a terrible time, when I pour into someone else and be the blessing that I
Yeah.
wish that I had but don't, it turns out it brings me a lot of joy, and I think that helped you.
Yeah, help me, and help other people. Like it's a good thing. We tell our stories. We talk about our situations. It's real. People connect to it, and sometimes it can bring healing to people. I know that's what helped me. Whenever like
It certainly has helped me.
The year that I lost my mom, the next year, the Mother's Day, a friend of mine connected me with 3 other people that had recently lost their moms in like the last 5 years. We're kind of all in the same age group, and it was just like, you know, in our minds, we're thinking like we're too young to lose our moms or whatever. But it was just good to connect and just like to know that like all of the crazy thoughts and feelings and emotions and stuff that goes with that.
It's part of the journey.
It's part of the journey.
It's
It's
part
not
of the
weird,
journey.
you know,
And
so.
and you'll be surprised that when you come out on the other side, and I'm
on.
speaking to myself.
Give
but
'em a
come on
word.
and
Give
get
'em a
your-
word,
So y'all
Shon
got to get a
Gables.
sermon today. But when you come out on the other side, your testimony and what you've overcome will empower you to pour into someone else, and where you were strong enough to get over without that help,
Yeah.
someone needs the help that you have in you.
Absolutely.
And you are going to be a blessing to someone. You're a blessing to us now. Thank you for the forecast today.
Sometimes you get a word where you don't even expect to get a word, y'all. I tell you what.
Is it time to do some news now?
It is time to do some news. I know y'all are in the comment section. Harper said, give it back or go to jail. I'm going to give it back, Harper, because I understand what time it is. This is Shon Gables. She has taken over. She has the latest look at a lot of our top stories, y'all. And unfortunately, it's been an interesting 24 hours or so where we've had some stories that have been they've just been a little bit heartbreaking. So, Shon.
All right, thank you. So let me go ahead, and I'm trying to learn how to work this stuff at the same time we're working. But again, our Atlanta News First newsroom, we have been hard at work for stories to cover tonight at WPGA, our Macon station, also for Peachtree TV, our 10 o'clock newscast with Alan Devlin and Savannah. Louie, they're going to be covering some of these headlines. And our big stories, of course, tonight on Atlanta News First at 11 with Blair Miller and myself. Monday, the 13th, has been quite the day.
Turned into a family
There has
affair.
been a lot of
everyone in,
sad stories, but tonight at 11, I think the story that is going to perhaps be one of the worst stories that I've heard coming out of Clayton County, the details leading up to the murder of 23-year-old Brianna Winston, is evil. It's despicable. And our condolences go out to her family. This story, and I get it. Let me just preface it by saying this. Everyone is innocent until proven guilty. But the details Clayton County just released in this press conference that you're watching right here is just flat out gruesome. Investigators accuse an entire family of concealing the death of 23-year-old Brianna Winston.
It turned into a family affair. He definitely looped everyone in to this crime.
Investigators say Brianna's boyfriend, Michael Edwards, who was married, choked her to death. Edwards' friend is accused of helping Edwards burn Brianna's body in a barrel. Then the pair disposed of her remains. This is again coming from that press conference today. Police say Edwards' wife gave him her car to dispose of the remains. Edwards' mother and brother are accused of burning Edwards' shoes and a pair of gloves to conceal evidence. Our Tori Cooper tonight will have a full report at 10 on Peachtree TV and tonight at 11 on Atlanta News First. And tonight, another story. This really impacts the crowd that likes to enjoy the nightlife here in Atlanta. Atlanta is a city that is very active in that. We have all the HBCUs. We have multiple college campuses, and teenagers and young adults, they like to go out. Well, there was a murder and shooting at a Buckhead popular nightclub. 2 people were killed, another 4 were injured. Tonight, our Patrick Quinn speaks to the victim's family member, her sister, who says she wants the club 1145 Lounge. She wants it shut down. Here's more of what happened on this story.
I'm Patrick Quinn in Buckhead, where tonight neighbors, businesses, and now the family of one of the victims shot and killed here over the weekend. They want to see this establishment closed for good. 2 people were killed here at the 1145 nightclub early Sunday morning. 4 others were injured. We were able to talk with the family of Mari Clayton. She was 21 years old. She went to Albany State University. She was a volleyball player. She wanted to be a stenographer. She was shot inside. And today, Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum told city leaders this was a targeted shooting. The gunman went inside looking for one person, shot and killed that 20-year-old, but 5 others were caught in the crossfire. This is an ongoing investigation, but today Shearbaum said an arrest of the suspected gunman is imminent.
And another story that we're following closely tonight is this one hits close to home for a lot of people. Do you use rideshare services? Well, tonight, Uber making headlines for all of the wrong reasons. Sandy Springs police say Lamarius Dawson, he has been taken off of the Uber app and thrown into jail. Dawson is accused of dropping off a passenger, then returning to the home to assault them. Sandy Springs police right now are urging anyone who uses a rideshare app to be aware of their surroundings and pick a neutral drop-off location if possible. We're going to have more on that story tonight on Atlanta News First, starting at 11. And finally, a new poll has just dropped ahead of President Joe Biden's commencement speech at Morehouse. There's a brand new poll. It shows him trailing Trump. in 5 battleground states, including right here in Georgia. According to New York Times, Siena, Philadelphia Inquirer poll that was released just this morning, the polls indicate an erosion of support. This is not good for the Biden campaign, as they are campaigning for voters right now, for votes in the city. But this erosion for Biden is particularly strong among young white and non-white voters who are upset about the economy and Gaza. Now, this is what the polls are indicating. Trump now leads, according to the poll, in Georgia, Arizona, Nevada, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. This, of course, is a story that we're going to continue to follow closely. Remember, Atlanta News First is your #1 source for breaking news, live stream, sports, and everything political. We are always available on the Atlanta News First app, YouTube TV, Roku, Fire TV, Apple TV, and AtlantaNewsFirst.com. Thanks for watching. I'm Shon Gables. We're going to see you tonight at 11 on Atlanta News First, along with my colleagues, Blair Miller, Sports Director Bailey Burmaster, and Atlanta News First meteorologist Fred Campagna. We'll see you soon.